evening. So I'm back for another video review for Patrolstore, and this time we're going to be looking at the Grafters M668a Boot. These are kind of advertised as police patrol boots, security patrol boots and everything like that. So what I'm going to do right now is actually just go through the boots before I actually test these. I'm going to test these then for a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to come back to you as a voiceover in a little bit. So full disclaimer before we get into the video, I just want to say that these boots were sent to me by Patrolstore, and they were sent on the premise that I would be keeping these boots after my full review. However, I was told to be unbiased and I was told to be truthful and honest in my review, so everything that you hear throughout this video is my genuine and honest thoughts and reflections on this pair of boots. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Glyn. I've been out in the security field for 13 years. I have also been a trainer in the security field for 10 years. I have also been in the police for 4.5 years as well. So I understand the importance of a good boot, and a boot that keeps your feet warm when you are stuck on things like scene guard, when you are patrolling or walking through fields late at night in the winter as well, where all the fields are wet. I have had some very, very good boots. I have had some very, very bad boots in my time, and I know the importance of having some very, very good boots. So I'm going to go through everything of kind of my first impressions of the boot and everything right now. I'm going to just be cutting in more footage as we're going through the video as well. But I'm going to try and cover everything that I can possibly cover that you would probably want to know. So this is obviously, like I said, it's a patrol boot designed primarily for the police and for security. I'm sure the military will be using these as well. In terms of kind of the material and the durability and everything, it seems fairly solid. There doesn't seem like there's any kind of weak spots or anything like that. The grip on the tread seems very, very nice, and actually is going to last for a very, very long time as well. It feels very, very soft and comfortable inside. It doesn't feel like you're going to have to actually wear these in a lot, because you do have a fair bit of wear kind of in the front part of the foot anyway. So a lot of boots, sometimes this front part is very, very solid and it takes a long time to kind of wear it in. This is actually fairly forgiving already, so I think that these aren't going to take too long to wear in. It's got thinsulate, so it should keep your feet very, very warm and dry and everything in the coldness. So it has a steel shank for support. I assume that is in the actual kind of tread as well, to kind of give your foot a bit more support. It has premium quality leather, durable breathable lining, padded collar and tongue, and it's comfortable cushion inside. It has a durable rubber sole, so that the whole kind of tread and the whole sole and everything is fairly durable rubber as well. It feels fairly solid, these things. Like, I've had one pair of boots recently which were very, very weak, and they broke literally within a week of wearing them, and I barely used them, to be honest. These do not feel like they are going to break anytime soon. They feel fairly strong, they feel very durable, and they feel quite kind of forgiving as well. They don't feel like they're going to cause agony to your feet, which I know some boots really, really do. So obviously this is I think it's a full length boot, so it goes fairly up the kind of calf and everything. I know some people prefer those. I personally do, because it's just nicer having a more solid kind of boot, to be honest. Now, I actually will be using these not only for walking around and working in, I will be using these to actually go on a motorbike as well. So I'm going to be giving them a fairly tough test in all kinds of weather, because the weather right now is absolutely horrendous. So if these bad boys actually hold up in that time frame, I'm going to be pretty happy with them. I think they should. Looking at them and feeling them and knowing that they have thinsulate stuff material in them as well, I'm pretty kind of confident in how they're going to do. So I'm just going to do a commentary in a couple of weeks after I've actually used them and worn them for a little bit, and I'll give my kind of in-depth review for you then. Right then, so here I am a couple of weeks later after recording that video and everything, and I have to say that these boots have really held up very, very well. So the past week alone has been horrendous weather. It has been absolutely tipping it down where I live, and these boots have held up. My feet have not got wet, my feet have stayed warm, and that was on a motorbike as well, travelling 15 miles to and from work. So in both of those commutes, usually my feet get absolutely soaking wet. They did not on either of the commutes to work or back from work. the whole way through the week, which is really, really good. During the days where it was a little bit nicer as well and it was a little bit warmer, actually my feet didn't feel like they were kind of sweating or anything. So I think the lining in there is truly breathable, and it does give a bit of air to your feet as well. So you shouldn't be coming away with horrible, moist and damp feet. Your feet should be looking pretty good after this. In terms of the durability and the wear and everything, like I thought when I actually originally did the first video, did not take me like long at all to really wear these things in. It took me a day or two kind of tops, and then it was already kind of with my foot and how I kind of walk and everything. Not uncomfortable. The last couple of pairs of boots I've had were really, really uncomfortable to the point of painful, that while I was actually wearing them in. These were not like that whatsoever. They feel really solid still. There's nothing that has kind of broken on them. There's no kind of damage or weak parts or anything of them that I've noticed either. I think these boots are going to be lasting for quite some time, which is quite a nice thing to see, to be honest, because you want a solid pair of boots that's just going to last you. So any of you that are in the police or in the security fields or even in the military, I think these boots are going to be a very good shout for you. I don't think you'll be disappointed by these boots. I think they will really do you a solid, and they will really see you through some very, very tough kind of times in terms of patrolling and working and walking around and everything. Even those of you that aren't in the security and military fields, these would be very good for kind of just personal hiking and things like that as well. Like I said, all the material inside my feet were really warm the whole time, so I think even if you are hiking somewhere up a hill or up a mountain, I think actually with the amount of tread and everything in these boots, they're going to really help you along there as well. So I'm going to leave the video here. Hopefully this has answered a few of your questions and everything like that. Obviously there will be more details and everything on the actual Patrolstore website. So far all the reviews, or most of the reviews that I've actually come back to, agree with what I've kind of found in these boots myself. So I'm really glad that these boots have kind of held up to my different kind of testing, because I'm not just using them to walk around in. If they are putting up with me, I think they are going to put up with kind of a lot of you and what you're going to be doing and how you're going to be using them. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope it has answered a few of your questions.